Hello, ladies and gents. It is IRP, your host of this tiny little motorcycle channel based in Singapore. Now, today's video is going to be about chargers and portable jump starters for your motorcycle and how to pick one and what each of them does and the pros and cons of each. Let's go. So for starters, let's explain what I have in my hands. In my right hand over here, this is what we call a traditional pulse or smart charger. This one is sized specifically for motorcycle 12-volt batteries. And on my left hand, this is what we would call a portable jump starter. Now, these two things, they generally serve to do the same thing, which is to get a dead battery on your motorcycle back up to life, and so that you can actually run it again. But the way they do things is achieved totally differently. Now, let's start with a pulse charger like this. This does what it says on the tin. You take off your battery, hook the charger up to a wall socket in your garage or your home, and then you charge your battery back up. Now, one of these generally sets you back about anywhere between $15 to $50 in Singapore. It's very cheap. They come in a wide range of sizes, from something handheld like this to something much bigger that can serve multiple cars or bikes at one time. Now, do note that this particular one I have in my hand, it's with me for quite a long time already. With the advent of lithium-ion batteries in the motorcycle market, as per my research, I'm no battery engineer myself, but as per my research, a lithium-ion battery requires a very different charging circuit. So if you are using one of these, do make sure you have something that is rated to be run with a lithium-ion battery. Now, in my hand over here now, I have a portable jump starter. Generally, they are pretty much no different from a portable power bank that you use to charge your electronic devices like your phone or your iPad or your tablets. In fact, most portable jump starters like the one I have in my hand, they also allow you to use it in that fashion, just that it has a separate port for the purpose of hooking up to your motorcycle 12-volt battery and actually putting out 12 volts to jumpstart the bike itself. Now, in terms of straight up usability on paper, the portable jump starter right here is superior in all accounts. First of all, you don't need a wall-mounted socket. You don't need power supply, at least fixed power supply, so you can bring it anywhere you want. The largest portable jump starter is no bigger than this. Almost all of them are going to be able to be held in your hand like this. And on top of that, it is just like jump starting your bike in traditional fashion. It is great for emergencies. It takes at most 10-20 minutes to jump start a motorcycle, depending on how familiar you are with the process. So a tiny primer as to how to operate one of these portable jump starters, in case you guys are unfamiliar with how they work, is that they are a bit different from traditional jump starting techniques. Now, in traditional jump starting, if this is the donor battery and this is the dead battery, the donor is supposed to connect to the dead battery from positive to positive, and the donor's negative terminal is supposed to be connected to the dead batteries, dead vehicles, chassis, or any other exposed metallic component as far away from the battery as possible. This is really to prevent any sparking to occur and creates a grounded situation with the negative terminal over there from the donor battery. Now, on portable jump starters like this, it's a lot more simple than that. You don't really have to think. But do remember to read your manual. As far as mine is concerned, all you need to do is tie the positive terminal to the positive and a negative terminal to the negative, and there is a charging circuit in this to actually figure things out for you so that you don't have to worry about it. On the other hand, a battery charger requires a wall-mounted power source, and obviously depending on your motorcycle battery's capacity, it can take anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, maybe more, maybe less, depending on the state of your battery. But for the most part, that is about the amount of time it requires to charge a bike fully. Now, the reason why these things have not gone out of fashion, and I would still recommend that regardless of the kind of rider you are, if you are able to just get both, is because even though they are supposed to both get batteries up to operating condition again from totally flat, the way they do things is totally different, and they are meant to be applied differently. And this thing, despite how old-fashioned it is, and it still has its uses. First of all, a smart charger like this generally has no moving parts, no batteries. So as long as you keep them in good condition, they will last you pretty much forever. I've had mine for the past 14 years, and it is still pretty much running like as if it was yesterday when I first got it. On the other hand, a portable power bank slash jump starter like this, they have built-in batteries, so they only last for as long as the battery stays healthy enough to deliver the required voltage and amperage to jumpstart your bike. So depending on whether you use this frequently to charge your other devices, the batteries could probably only last about 2 years at most. But if you are exclusively reserving the battery on this thing to jumpstart your dead motorcycle battery or your car battery, they tend to last quite a long time. It could last as much as 7 to 8 years. That's the amount of time it took for one of my power banks to actually die, and the concept is no different. It's going to be about that much. But at the end of the day, this thing still dies no matter how you conserve its usage. So that brings me to another point. I did mention that things like this cost anywhere between 15 to 50 bucks just for a simple charger like this. But on the other hand, power bank slash portable jump starter like this costs anywhere between $30 to $150, depending on how much you want to splurge on the brand name, or something that's just simple Chinese made like mine, which is about 50 bucks. The other reason why you will want to use a charger to obviously charge your dead battery back up to full, as opposed to jumping it off a portable jump starter, is the same reason why you might not want to jumpstart bikes in general, is that if you have a flat battery, and the cause of that flat battery was the fact that you had a bad stator or a bad regulator rectifier. So in essence, your bike's own charging circuit is no longer functioning, and that's why the battery is dead to begin with. One of these is not going to do anything for you. The thing is, without a working stator but with a somewhat healthy battery, as in there are no dead cells, just that it's flat, is if you charge the battery up to full, you can start the bike, and the bike's electronics, the ECU, the fuel injectors, if you have a modern fuel injected motorcycle, which is pretty much all motorcycles nowadays for the most part, unless you have a vintage one. For the most part, it's going to run off your motorcycle battery long enough to at least get you to a workshop or somewhere that can help you replace that faulty regulator rectifier or bad stator, assuming you aren't able to do it yourself for whatever reason. So in short, if I were to recommend getting one of these, I'd simply say get both. They do things very differently. This is great for maintenance work. In general, if you infrequently ride motorcycles, and if you do have many machines at home, maybe 2 bikes, 3 bikes in a car, and you have a garage, something bigger than this with multiple charging points, this would be better to have at home. On the other hand, if you are on a road trip, something like this is much more practical to carry around compared to this, because at the end of the day, as long as your bike's battery is healthy and you have done all your pre-ride checks, this is a lot more convenient to carry around and operate. So was this video useful to help you decide, how to use one of these? It's not really a video about telling you to decide what to get. I always recommend just getting both, but how to use each of this. I hope it taught you something new, and if you like this video, do remember to give me a like, a thumbs up, smash the bell notification icon below, subscribe to my channel and all that YouTube jazz, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. Bye bye.